Hi, I'm Alexia Clark, and I'm here to make your workouts fun and give you better results than ever. It's my mission to make you feel stronger and fitter.
Hi, I'm Lauren, a 38-year-old mom, and I've tried so many fitness programs that were all so boring. But training with Alexia Clark isn't like anything I've tried before. She's a real personal trainer right in the palm of my hand. It's new every day, it doesn't get boring, and the results are insane.
Sign up with offer code FIT50 today and get 50% off your first month at alexia-clark.com.
This is NRL Boom Rookies.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of NRL Boom Rookies. I am Matt Bungard. Alongside me, as always, Mitch Doyle. Hello.
G'day. I can't believe we're doing this. It's like not an hour after the game. An hour and a half after the game. You've had some
Maybe.
food.
That's all right.
Here we are.
We got to do it. You may as well. I'll forget half the things I would have said tomorrow. So may as well just get it over and done with.
How are the vibe check, mate?
Oh, I'm fine. It's kind of weird. I was surprisingly sanguine about the whole thing. Like, I don't know. Like, probably because literally 3 minutes into the game, I said we're going to lose. Because sometimes you just tell with the way the forward battle's going. Like, you can usually sometimes tell straight away. And the way they were just marching at the field every set, I said to Charlie, I'm like, we're going to lose. She's like,
I mean, we spoke about it all week. Right, Penrith stuff like that.
Yep. I said we're going to lose. And then when it was 8-8 with 15 minutes left, I said, like, holy shit, like, if something goes our way, we might steal this, because like we should be down by 20 points, and it's somehow 8-8. And then my boy throws a pick six, and that's not good, is it?
No, it wasn't. And Penrith were like completely dominant for the first 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like they finished half time with almost double the meters you'd made. Up in your face. They're doing that six again shit. Like, whatever. Again, like, we're going to talk about that during this podcast, but I'm not making an excuse for why they won or acting like it's the only reason we're the best team in the competition at the moment. But that's a massive factor in how they win games. They take advantage of that rule, which is the truth.
Yeah.
It's not their fault, it's a rule.
It's not their I said that because, like, I kept saying to Charlie, I was like, she was like, oh, this is so annoying. But you guys keep getting these things and they don't really do anything. I'm like, yes, that's right. But how many six agains on tackle one did we get? Like 4
you only
or
got
5?
given 3. I think they're all on tackle one, though.
Hang on. We definitely got more than 3. We literally got 2 and 2 tackles at one point. We got way more than 3.
No, sorry, you got 5. Sorry, you got 3 for infringements, 2 for offsides.
Yeah, like the best one was literally the first tackle of the second half.
And 3 penalties. But they brought that energy. We didn't know if they'd have it or not. Oh, Wayne's on now. I'm not going to listen to Wayne now. Whatever. They brought that energy. We said if they bring that, they can win the game, and that's how they win games. But as you said, Penrith dominated for so long. You scored like your one opportunity. Like, I mean, it wasn't even an opportunity. Cody Walker solo jazz magic scores, going to halftime down 2, and you're like, well, fuck. Like, somehow they're only down 2. And then they level the scores not long later,
Yeah, it sucks because, like, obviously I love Cody Walker, and that try was brilliant, and he played really well, I thought, apart from the bit where he lost us the grand final.
I mean, well, that the kick he did about 2-3 minutes earlier was awful too. But the worst part about that
didn't end up that like it was just fell on it. Like, it was like whatever. But
the worst part about that intercept that is Cody barely looked. He just threw the fucking ball, mate. Like he doesn't look left. Like I know he has confidence, but I rewatched it a few times. He just chucks it, and it's like, mate,
I haven't rewatched it.
Don't. But he doesn't look, mate. He's doing the no look pass, and he's and a long one like that is ballsy, and go straight to Crichton. And I know people are going, oh, if it goes to Paulo, they score. So I'm not sure about that. But
no, the right option was the short ball to Gagai.
Yeah, it was there. It was there, and I think the tough thing for South is that anytime they got into the Panthers half, they looked likely. They just never got there.
Yeah,
they looked likely when they crossed halfway.
it's just
and
it's
didn't
just
get
hard
there.
when you're making 6 meters in your first 3 tackles like every set for the entire
Yeah.
game.
And they'd done well all finals, Taff and Paulo.
Not so much in this one.
To the 2 worst on field.
Yeah.
Tonight?
Yeah, probably, right? Like I thought Edwards was really poor for them in attack, but he made up for it with his kick returns and stuff. So like whatever. And no one else really stands out from a Penrith's point as being bad. So
Yeah, Tyron May was meh.
well, I
but
mean,
it's
yeah,
he
played
played
like
14
10
minutes, whatever.
It's just so because like we should have been down by 20 points in that game. Like,
Yeah.
they just defended so bloody well, and they were really, really good. And then they come out of that barrage of set after set in the middle of the second half, and it's still 8-8, and you're like, shit, they might steal this. And then, oh, it's just a horrible way to lose. And then follow that up with Adam Reynolds missing a kick from the sideline. The guy who's made a career of being the most accurate, the most clutch kicker in the game. Just
For
sucks.
some reason, I felt like he was missing. I don't know why. It didn't feel like your night, even though you kept coming back in the game. It just didn't feel like South's night.
And then a minute later, Cam Murray makes a break, and like no one's there. No one's in support. And Dylan Edwards just tackles him.
Well, he was the best for South.
He was
tonight
fantastic.
against Cam Murray. He was
God,
fantastic.
he's
I
so
think
good.
Tom Burgess was quite good as well.
He was.
I wouldn't say many other South players actually played well because you didn't get the opportunity to play often. Gagai really did his best considering circumstances as well. Like off for a HIA and then maybe done an MCL. He still worked really hard in yardage. Campbell Graham, defense, found out. Not great.
Do you think?
The Burton try.
Well, I mean, he made one bad read. I thought he was pretty good other than that.
But I mean, that's it, isn't it?
I guess, but like they had a lot of opportunities, and he did really well most of the time.
And there was another one. What was it? Where they bombed it or whatever. He misread another one as well later. But
their back three
just not his usual standard.
Their back three made 700 meters.
Yeah, I mean, Toto. The 1 week I'm glad I said I was sitting on that side all week that I thought the Edwards and stuff was overrated, but like it matters now. But Toto looked much fitter this week. The week mattered for him. Edwards played, like, as you said, he in attack. And I really I actually hate talking about Dylan Edwards because there seems to be, like, he is the perfect grey area player and we can't live in grey area. People have to say he's good or bad.
Yeah.
And he is bad in attack. He is in the 20. He's bad in position 20. Doesn't mean he's bad for Penrith. He's great yardage, great kick diffuser. But like I refuse to believe they wouldn't be better with a better fullback. But, he does his job in yardage, was good in yardage and like good diffusing kicks. And him, Crichton and Toto were fantastic getting their set started. And then the other side of the ball, Isaiah Yeo, for mine, him and Cleary best on ground, Yeo best forward on ground, but he was still energy, pushing that line speed, taking the piss, and still leading the carries with Penrith, still leading their shape. And I thought he was awesome. And, him and Fisher Harris pushing their line speed up were great again on South. And even Kate Ball was pushing line speed as well. But yeah, you guys just couldn't get their foot off your throat. It was like it's kind of like how Penrith would have drawn it up the first 30 minutes. Hey, until you scored, it was like exactly how they would have drawn it up.
Yep. They just beat the shit out of us. And I just am shocked that they had that much energy. It just sucks. I'm sorry. I should be better at this, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, what do you expect? I mean, people coming here for fair and balanced grand final analysis weren't here all week.
I said my opinions before the match. I don't. Yeah. Obviously, I wanted my team to win, but I think I argued my points well, and I think that.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm just saying, people, if you didn't want to hear a South fan talk about this game, you weren't listening already.
I guess, but like, I think it was pretty fair when it came to Penrith. I didn't say, oh, South, like, I said we'd win, but I wasn't sitting here like, oh, we're just going to show up and win. I just thought we had the better running of things, but they proved me wrong. Their energy tonight was, fantastic.
Yeah. And there's a man who couldn't stand that Panthers club 5 years ago, as people know, with the people I didn't like there. It's actually now I watch it and I actually wasn't upset they won. They played well, they earned it. And I think it's more like, it looked like a team that earned it. And also the fellas on that field are not the people I dislike at that club, who I disliked at that club.
Yeah.
No, they're not. And all the scenes are good. The scenes in Mount Druitt are hilarious. Fuck coronavirus restrictions for premiership. They don't count for premierships.
They don't count.
They don't. But yeah, it's just a strange game for that. Penrith felt like they were on top for the entire game and they won by 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that funny? I mean, it's kind of the same as last week, right? We said the same
Yeah.
thing. Like Melbourne barely had a sniff and they only lost by 4. And
I
it's
mean,
like, but hey, they won. So
and again, I know it's the 2021 rule set, so I'm not trying to rest fault this or anything, but it feels like if Souths are given 5 penalties, not 5, 6 agains, they might have won that football match because when they actually got into field position, when they had tackles up their sleeves, they looked dangerous. They just never got down there.
Yeah, I real like they have to. It doesn't like I mean, I turned my phone off during the game, so I didn't see any discourse. But were people blowing up about that?
About what?
Do people care? Well, about the 6 again
6
garbage.
again. Yeah, people kind of blow up. People do care, but I think it's just the culmination of the season. You know what we've had the last couple of years. But it's that great kicking game from Cleary. Like that's it. He got out of his kicking to Taft, which is an advantage for them. Obviously, when they're doing round 1, but his kicking game was fantastic. They pinned you guys back often, or dragged you back in the in goal for a number of forced dropouts. But it just meant you guys were almost never past your 30 or 40 for like tackle 4. You were just like never out of your half. But for that whole game, it felt bizarre just how much you felt out of the game, but also was still in it. It was a weird game like that.
Yeah, their line speed was ridiculous as well, Penrith.
Yeah, it was the entire game, and I mean they can either get away with being offside. I don't really care. It's just what the game.
Oh, I'm
is
not.
Now.
I don't
I know
want
you're
this
not.
to be
I know what it's saying.
misconstrued as me.
That's what I'm trying to say too. It's like again, I wish everyone wishes their team did what Penrith do in defense.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to have the energy to do it. You know, you've got to back your defense to do it as well. But yeah, they push up the whole game. They're not going to get 6. 6 agains given every set, are they? So, yeah,
no, they're not.
And yeah, I don't know. As we spoke about it, I don't know how they all keep finding that extra gear or turning up. But like even like Moses Leota, I thought he was quite good. Spencer Leno stepped in and played all right for his like 13 minutes. So I thought he was pretty physical.
Fuck, that was such an annoying. And even Gus was blowing up on South's behalf. Like that is a ridiculous rule. He's making a tackle, so it's not 6 again. But if it was a pass in the exact same situation, it would be.
Yeah.
Like, again, not blaming the refs, just saying that's just like that. We've not seen an incident like that all year, and it happens to Adam Reynolds in that moment. So frustrating.
Yeah, very strange, very frustrating. And then they wasted that challenge, and they probably could have used it later, which is
because they would have got it right. Did that ball hit Cleary's hands? I don't know. I didn't bother wasting any time thinking about it because we didn't have a challenge. So
it doesn't help. It doesn't help you, does it? Thinking about it. But yeah, it's
Well, that's that way. In that moment, I was like, "Fuck's sake, Jerry, just give the ball to South because Penrith have their challenge left. Then you can look at it." But no, Jerry had to go the other way. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Penrith were by far the better team. They definitely deserved to win the game.
They were by far the better team. As you said, they were. But it just feels because it's in it still. It feels like there's moments that you probably could have jagged that win. But Penrith were by far the stronger outfit, like the whole game, really.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm not going to say your tries were jammy, but like the Cody Walker try was very much against the run of play. And then that's what that's why you have guys with individual talent like Walker, isn't it? That you hope for those things to happen.
I'm shocked how easily South scored that late try, though. Like,
yeah, so was I.
They didn't really have to do anything.
Yeah, and I'm still shocked when I watched the replay of the Walker try. I'm like, when I first saw it, I'm like, did something happen that I've missed? Like, how was it so easy? And then you watch it on replay. It's exactly as it looks. He just went through all of them. It was like, and that last try, I do think, I think Cleary probably could have milked it, and he didn't. He got hit by who cut back under. Anyway, it doesn't really matter now. But yeah, I was surprised he didn't go down. Luai trying to milk that crusher. It was embarrassing though.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But yeah. Oh dear. I'm so sad. Oh, yeah. The boys.
Like Cleary, Walker just throws Cleary like a mile away.
They should have done more of that. I think they should have scored more tries.
They should have, but yeah, when I watched it first, and like how he's gone through Capewell, Cleary, step back on the inside and scored. Something has gone wrong. That was too easy. And then you watch it. No, Cody Walker did really do all that. It was all clean. Colin Matungi's line was perfect.
I don't understand. It's such a weird box score when you look at it. Like South's had 3 times as many tackle breaks, twice as many line breaks. They just got killed in meters.
Yeah, and they were getting killed more in meters towards the end of the game. They started coming back a little there, but killed in meters, almost doubled in kick return meters, starting their sets off. But yeah, they're gonna miss more tackles when they push up their line speed and try and hit you early. They just are, and that's why their missed tackles are fucking overrated. Someone would look at that game and think Penrith didn't defend well. I look at those numbers, and you'd be wrong.
Yes, you would. Fuck. Losing sucks, and we're not like it's just. And this was it's. I'm not gonna like. I wouldn't put Souths among the favourites next year, like right now. Just with, I think Wayne leaving in a better spot than he's left any other club before. But at the same time, it's still a big transition. No Gagai, no Adam Reynolds, coming off a grand final loss. Like, yeah, it just kind of sucks. Feels like this was a really big missed opportunity given how the last month had gone and how the second half of the season had gone, really.
Oh, God. Bedell asked Wayne where he's going.
Oh, can you not do any more of that, please?
Who? Bedell.
I don't want to hear any of this.
Yeah, garbage. God. Yeah.
What do they do now?
I don't know. Well, I did find funny after the game, by the way, and this happened. We laughed at it on the podcast a couple of years ago about the Patriots and how Isaiah Yeo said like 3 times no one believed in us. And I know it's a motivational thing. Like every club, everyone's saying, "Oh, everyone's doubting them." It's like for 2 years, you were like the hot favorites, Penrith.
You were still the favorites in this game.
People may have doubted you for a week there.
Yeah, you've been outsiders in one game in 2 years.
Yes. But on the whole, no one actually fucking doubted you, okay? Like, this is people said this might be how you might lose this game going in hobble, whatever. As you said, Bunga, they were the favorites. No one was doubting you. We doubted you before the Storm game. That's fair enough. But I just love when anytime a team wins, it's like, no one said we could do 23 in a row. They all said we could do 22. It's like, what?
That's the funny part.
You're just good, Isaiah. You're just good.
If the game had been postponed 2 weeks, I probably would have picked Penrith. I would have still been going for South, but I thought that rest would be key, and it just wasn't. Yeah. They just were so fit tonight. It's crazy. Didn't expect it.
They somehow maintained it. And did I get the scoreline right?
I don't know. Did you? It was 14-12.
No, so I think I said 14-8.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, but you also said South would win.
I know. I'm just thinking scoreline sort like South, as I said to you then, it was with my heart when I picked South.
Okay. Well, if that's important to you, you can go back and reverse it too.
Oh, please no. God, no. But yeah, just... God, the one particular result was not really matter to me. I was thinking, did I get the result right? No. Just, it's hard to sit now. Where does South go? Penrith get that monkey off their back after... God, that's actually one place they can go back to. The takes after they lost to you guys in week 1. The Brian Smith take. I mean, a great take from Buzz, but that's one they can go back to, that's for sure.
Yeah. But Brian Tyler proposed to his girlfriend. That's nice.
Yeah.
Great. What a heartwarming end to this tale.
Yeah. I mean, what was the plan if they lost?
I guess not do it.
Next year?
Maybe we shouldn't have rung the bell.
You reckon maybe not?
I didn't even see it, to be honest. I was outside meditating until like 3 minutes before the game.
I did see it. Like, this is nothing. Well, the grand final entertainment was obviously fantastic.
How was it? Was it any good?
Terrible.
Oh, really? Okay.
Let's not get the second guy from Cold Chisel to do things again. Like, can we just move on? I get people love Chisel. I get it. I like Cold Chisel. Can we play something I don't like Macklemore, but I objectively could accept Macklemore is a much better choice for Grand Final entertainment than the second guy from Cold Chisel. Ian Moss, we couldn't get Jimmy Barnes, so we'll get the stand-in. I'm sure I'll get angry messages from saying that, but fuck them.
I should be at Redfern Oval drinking right now.
It should be. Instead, we're sitting on here. Oh, yeah. We're obviously taking a couple of weeks off too, people, if you didn't remember.
We'll probably do it. We might have to do question time Wednesday or something. I don't know.
Fuck them.
All right, fine. We'll wait a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm doing the moving, so.
Oh, yeah, true. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, we can wait a couple of weeks, so.
Sure. I don't really want to talk about this game any more than that, so that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I mean, the celebrations will be cool, and
they will. Good on them. Let them party. Spare me your. This is obviously not coming from either of us, but spare me your pearl clutching about the good people of Mount Druitt and Penrith, fucking going out and celebrating tonight.
Yeah, I do like people not knowing what FTA stands for as well. I did.
When did that happen?
So like, not free to wear, by the way, but
Obviously.
FTA
No,
for
you
you weren't
joking?
watching the end though. No, you weren't watching the end of the game. Obviously, the
Oh,
same.
right. Okay.
FTA end of the game. Like they obviously some of the Penrith boys said that on mic, and then you can see some of the tweets about it are quite funny. People like screenshotting free trade agreement ? It's like, no,
I'm going to look up.
From the area, you fucking idiots.
Yeah. It's not that hard.
Yeah. From the Mountain Drill boys on TV there. So that was good fun.
I am happy for our Penrith fans. I called Ben to concede like a politician conceding an election after the games. Yeah.
He would have been happy to be there, wouldn't he, the poor prick?
Yeah, that is actually, I'm devastated for him now. But it goes to show that we were right to bully him to originally go, because imagine if you missed this, you'd be kicking yourself. I mean, and then it was out of his control, obviously. But yeah. And then on the flip side, I just went to Hungry Jack's and then I came home and that was it. Didn't have to trek home from ANZ Stadium or navigate my way through trains full of fuckwits or anything like that.
Yeah, which is fun.
Yep. Called Pop. He said, "There's always next year." I said, "Okay, that's good."
Oh God, I hate that.
Yeah, but it was fine. He was much more tranquil about the whole thing. But I guess when he's seen them win 7,000 grand finals and I've seen them win one, guess we have different values at that juncture. But
yeah, there's always next year's been a tough one. No,
it's hard, right? Because you can have a good season and it not end in a premiership. It's just annoying that's just how sports works, right? So in this sport, you've got a 15 in 16 chance of saying that. And if you watch the NFL, you've got a 31 in 32 chance of saying, "Oh, terrible season." Yeah. It's sometimes you can just lose, but it was still a good season. Still lots of good things happened. Max Johnson scored 30 tries. That's so many tries.
They just didn't have a good game, obviously, this night.
Yeah. Picked a heck of a time to do it. Now the Troll's not back till round 2 because we don't have a World Club Challenge to count towards his suspension.
There you go. And then,
the real victim.
I mean
I was actually
the man full of regret right now, wouldn't he?
He hopefully will come back from this and take a long, hard look at himself and his actions, because I think a part of him watching that game tonight would know that if he plays, we probably do win. Because I've been a big fan of Blake Taaffe. I think he's done his best, and I'm not mad at him or anything, but he's pretty poor tonight. He got literally picked up and carried like a child every time he ran the ball back. And then, there was 3 or 4 kicks he failed to defuse as well. So,
yeah. If Penrith got him this time, they did. Yeah.
If Trell's there, South do probably win the game. And he probably knows that from watching it tonight. So,
yeah, or at least he gives them much. They're not getting 5 repeat sets if Latrell's there, and who knows what happens from there.
Oh, well. I don't know where they go from here. Congrats to Penrith, though. Losing Burton is going to be tough for them. And
it is. They lost, lose Burton. And it's, they ended up coming from, we thought we did, again, we broke them for full storm. We thought they were dead in the water 2 weeks ago to winning the comp. That's a big turnaround considering the injuries they're carrying. But they've got through that. And we'll probably hear about 15 injuries now they've been, they've won a whole bunch of surgeries coming. But yeah, they beat the Storm, they beat you guys who tend to beat them. They did it the hard way. They earned that premiership. They earned that ring.
When Mark Nichols stripped James Fisher-Harris, I was like, yes, this is perfect. Mark Nichols displaying his prowess again. I thought he played pretty well. I thought him and Totola were good.
Yeah.
It's weird. I kind of think all our middles had good games, but we also got fucking pounded through the middle. So I don't know how to rationalize those two thoughts. But I felt like every time Totola or Nichols got a carry, they looked pretty decent. And then obviously Tom and Cam were our 2 best forwards. So how am I rationalizing that? I don't know. But
I did find it funny, by the way, being a grand final, nobody gave a fuck that Cam Murray didn't get assessed or anything for a concussion.
Hey, he was
all the bleeding hearts of Jerome Luai and they're cheating last week. No one cared.
Well, we did lose Jaira.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying nobody gave a shit about other guys not getting tested.
I thought Cook was in a bad way as well, and they just didn't. He just played on.
It's a grand final. Brain scramble. You can't get your brain scrambled there. I don't know what guys do it. But...
Yeah, that's eyes down footy from him. Oh, yeah. Cody, just don't throw that fucking pass. We win the grand final. Fuck. How sad is that?
Yeah, that's it. The points were hard to come by for Penrith. They had all the field position and everything. Who knows from there? And then Adam Reynolds. I'm glad that we replaced the guy who dropped that for the grand final in 2015 with the guy who couldn't kick it. That's a good sign.
Yeah. And then the 2-point field goal bounced over the crossbar. Why doesn't that count?
And it was considering he's been the 2-point field goal man, and he had
Well,
a
that
lot
was
of time to
so
kick
upsetting.
that. He had a lot of time to kick that as well. He would have thought it wanted to hit that better, obviously.
When he hit it straight, I was like, holy shit. And then it just bounced on the 10-meter line. I was like, oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, really, really disappointed. It's so much worse though, dude, because like at halftime, I was like, we should not be 2 points down. And then like as the second half went on, I was like, we should not be drawing this game. Like we should be down by 20 points. But we weren't. And then instead of just like losing and getting smashed and me sitting here going, oh yeah, well, I guess we were the 2017 Cowboys all along. I'm sitting here going, fuck, maybe we kind of threw that away a little bit.
Good. How about that idiot, by the way? Completely irrelevant thing with that. I don't know what his point was about the parties this week. And the idiot who was saying no one in New South Wales knows his grand finals on.
Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that. That
Another
guy's
great...
apparently a league fan as well, like not an AFL guy. Which
some
makes
fake
the take even more
garbage.
bizarre.
Yeah. That weird garbage AFL and Victorian elitism is always hilarious laughing at that shit, but it's so funny. It's, okay, so tomorrow when you see all the million news reports of like everyone in the west of Sydney walking the streets, it's like, was that just coincidence? They were just like out in their cars for a game they didn't know it was on. One of the worst takes. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I don't know. Anything else you want to say before we wrap up? Should we wrap up? How long have we been here?
It's been half an hour. Wait, when did you start this?
Yeah, it's been half an hour. It has
been. No, it hasn't. We got to keep going. It's only been 25
we got
minutes.
to power through. I mean, yeah.
It's free, but we got to give them more than 25 minutes. But it's kind of weird. It's like because there's nothing to look ahead to now, and there's nothing to.
There's no World Cup.
We don't have any questions. Like I don't really know what else to say. Like beyond Isaiah Yo was fantastic. Penrith gamed the 6 again rule better than any team this year, and that's a large part of why they won. People are blowing up at Nathan Cleary winning the Clive Churchill, but his kicking game was probably the reason they won that game.
People are mad about that? Why?
I don't know. Thought he was good. Thought he was their second best player after Yo.
Yeah, I thought Yo was their best, and
I mean, I would have given it to
probably
Yo,
very close.
Like, you're not gonna. If it's close between those two guys and the narrative's on the table, you're not gonna not give it to him, are you? It wasn't like Thurston 05, but anyway, 15, sorry.
Yeah, there's people blowing up. What did he do all game? Bullshit, he deserved it. Oh my God.
He was the reason that South started every set on their 3-meter line.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kicking game was fantastic from him tonight. It kind of sucks, man. Like we're probably not going to get close to a new comp again in the next couple of years.
So Penrith scored 6 tries the entire final series?
That's not many, and one was an intercept.
Yeah, and they won.
So
in
attack, they scored 5 tries.
Yeah,
in 4 games, and they won the comp.
Yeah,
that flies in the face of the Landys ball.
It does, even though they're great at cheating in it and the 6 game. But that's funny. And I think they're 14 points is their most scored. I think isn't it in the finals game?
Yeah, they got 10 against Storm, 14 against us, 10 the first time against us.
And they got 8 against Para. I think the last team to score that little was like 1976 or something to win the comp. As in their highest points tally in the final. So, won it with defense in the year about these ridiculous rules. So good on them. Like that's the hard way to do it.
I'm sad.
Yeah. I mean, now it's I'm sad Wayne didn't win one as well, but obviously you're far sadder than I am, more impacted than I am. And what's next for South is a whole different story. But fuck, what's next? We got 6 months to talk about that, don't we?
Yeah, NFL boom rookies will be back soon, I'm sure.
It will be, but yeah, I need a couple of weeks off. We haven't had weeks off in forever, and we've got moving, as you know, so time off to pack and move. Fun.
Yeah, I mean you get to be in Sydney again though, so that's kind of cool.
That's good, yeah. That's good. I'll watch his press. I don't know if I can watch the Ivan Cleary press conference because I'm quite now. Actually, I know I'm quite content with Penrith's win because they played well, they earned it. I don't feel bitter right now, but I don't know if I can watch Ivan being happy.
Yeah, Tigers fans are probably madder than South fans right now, right?
Maybe, probably. Yeah. I don't know. As you said, you're not doing that happy to be there, proud to be there garbage.
No, I'm devastated that we
had written
threw
your
it away,
season off after finals week 1.
Well, it went a lot. The season ended a lot better than I thought it would.
Yeah,
and then ended in the most heartbreaking fashion possible. So I don't know how that works, but it does.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, I remember voting in a poll this week. It's like, if you knew your team wasn't going to win the comp, what would you choose? The 4 options were lose a grand final closely, get blown out in a grand final, make the semis, or miss the finals. And I voted miss the finals. No, I voted make the semis, thinking easily the worst option here is losing a close grand final. But no, I'm a lot less sad than I was last year when they lost to prelim, because they did get over that hump. And fuck, it's just upsetting because like Cody did score a try and set up another one, but then he also threw the game away. So I'm devastated for him, obviously. No more Adam Reynolds. Maybe Lachlan Lewis will be really good. I don't know.
I do think there's interesting ripples from this game off the field. Like, I think they've got the two men behind the best men behind the men in the league, being Jason Demetriou, who's going to be NRL head coach next year, and Cam Serraldo. And Serraldo hasn't left Penrith like this whole time with like unfinished business. I do wonder if him winning this means they can move on. But I bring him up because I don't know if you saw like Crichton. He said on 9 that, you get hammered by Serraldo, the defensive coach, all week about that left edge. And essentially they prepared for Cody Walker to throw that cutout. And again, it's like, that's a sign of good coaching by a guy who's been sitting there and waiting for his gig. And he's, apparently the defensive coach at Penrith, and, could have been doing a better job the last 2 years against the attacking coach of South, who's Jason Demetriou. So I think those two guys are going to be big names in rugby league next couple of years, I think.
Yeah. Remains to be seen what will happen to Serraldo. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're waiting for if you're Serraldo anymore now. If you won the comp, you're not going to sit there and be an assistant forever, are you?
No. But maybe he's like, maybe he just didn't want to go to the Tigers. Maybe he's seen how toxic that environment
not just the Tigers. It's other places all he's turned down. I mean, he's only 36.
Got time on his side. Where else did he turn down? Out of curiosity.
I remember who else now was someone else last year, but I feel like eventually he's got to move on. You'd think. I don't know. Oh my god, it's weird to think. So he stopped playing NRL 10 years ago now. He's not that old.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's what he's in. So yeah. Anyway, anything else you want to talk about?
I'm sad.
Oh god, it happened. So I went to look to find that quote there. I was just searching NRL.com to find the Crichton quote. Found it. I found it in the player ratings. Not good. It's just a terrible system. Player ratings. Getting out of that. Now.
I don't care what anyone got.
I know. Neither do I. It is there. I'm not talking about them.
Just fuck.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just fuck.
Yeah, just really feels like one that got away, doesn't it? Like just in the way it happened. Like if they didn't deserve to win that game, I know that.
No. Yeah.
But the way it happened, like we were a pick 6 away from probably winning that game. As stupid as it sounds.
Yeah. Terrible, huh?
Yeah, it sucks. All right.
Let's get out of here for the next few weeks.
Yeah, one last shout out to our patrons for this season before we pivot to the off season. Patreon.com/NRL Boom Rookies. If you want to cheer me up, send me some money or don't. I don't care. Nothing matters. And a special thank you to Chris Avdell, Dave, Carlo Tyson, Stu, Wayne Ritchie, Glenn Wallace, Blake Moretti, Butsy, Cam Bearswick, Chris Lade, CTO, Dan Cullinane, Doc Hogg, an anonymous backer, Frankie, Harvey G, Jace G, James K, Jason, Jez, Joel Wrigley, Josh Brandon, Josh Tomo 98, Lachlan Hancock, Leon, Matty Jenkins, Matt Coleman, Michael Murray, Morgan Watkins. My ding dong is hard and I am sad. I feel that. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Never Trendy, Party Keg, Razor, Reese Brown, Rowan Edwards, Roxanne Clark, Seymour Butts, Simo, Stephen Hickey, Swarzy, Ty, the not so mature as student, Thor Laycock, Tom Hardy, and Warwick Ahern. Thank you for your support. To everyone in the lower tiers and to everyone who just listens. Thank you as well. And think about this. What other podcast would you get someone jumping on an hour after their team just lost a grand final in extremely heartbreaking circumstances to share their feelings with you? Think about that. Wouldn't get it anywhere else, Mitchell.
No, I mean,
anywhere else.
I don't know what was to be gained out of this podcast, but you were here.
Well, I didn't want to do it tomorrow was the main thing.
Yes. Don't want to talk about the game again. I mean, that's it. I remember talking about 2015 and then I didn't want to talk about it for ages after.
And I wasn't even here for that. I was in America, so you had to do that without me. So
yeah, it's all right.
Oh, well.
No, oh God, I'm just seeing some photos from mate who's at Penrith now. Fantastic.
Good on him. Let him party. Fucking great. Happy for him.
Why not? Okay.
Fuck the Panthers.
Anyway, let's get out of here.
All right. Say goodbye, Mitchell.
Goodbye, Mitchell.
And it's goodbye from me.